Hello people, I'm Jaby KOAY, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
Hi peeps.
We're going to look at MANMARZIYAAN, the official trailer with Abhishek Bachchan, Taapsee Pannu, Vicky Kaushal, and Anurag Kashyap. He directed himself, apparently.
Ooh.
So that's cool.
Really?
I'm trying out this pronunciation. Y'all let me know in the comments below if I'm getting it anywhere near the proximity of correct, but someone told me in a comment somewhere, I forget which video, that it's not Bachchan, as I've been saying it, but Bachchan, because it's, I don't know. I'm just giving it a shot. Y'all tell me if that's right or wrong. Please don't make that the only comment of the hundreds of comments below this video. I would love you to talk about other things than my pronunciation of Bachchan. Let's check this out. As many of you know, I love watching Anurag Kashyap's stuff. We got done watching Sacred Games not too long ago, and we have several reviews on that if you'd like to watch those. Well, that's just like Sacred Games, exactly.
Yeah, beat for beat.
Yeah. That is a very, very different role for Vicky Kaushal than I've seen him do before. But that's like in continuity with what we've been saying about him, because every time I watch him, he's a different dude. This is a much more aggressive character from the one we saw in the 4 love stories.
Lust Stories.
Lust Stories. I'm a huge Vicky Kaushal fan.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Like, that guy, he is a chameleon, that guy.
Very, very versatile. Now, being someone who loves Anurag Kashyap's work and having watched more of Anurag Kashyap's stuff than me, I was actually really surprised that this was an Anurag Kashyap movie.
This isn't the first more happy film he's done. He's done others, but he's more known for the serious, dramatic stuff that he does.
Right. I mean, there's still that undertone of like grittiness. Taapsee Pannu's character and Vicky Kaushal, they're like this kind of edgy Romeo and Juliet. I guess their relationship is more real, I guess, more modern, more edgy. They're just more gritty with their love. It's almost like True Romance. It's more street, I guess, is what I'm going for. Whereas the other dude who comes in, he's a nice guy.
He's more traditional.
He's more traditional. He's nice. He seems cool. I actually really like him.
Well, he also judged her at one point in the trailer because of her premarital affairs, is what it looked like. I don't know for sure if that's what happened, but that's what it looked like. I get where he's coming from because of his background and tradition, but that's just showing you that you've got these opposing forces happening because she's kind of a free bird.
She's really progressive.
The system that she was born into is trying to bring her back down to fit a square peg into a round hole, essentially. And she's just not about that, but she still falls for him, and dude falls for her as well. And she's, like I said, caught between a rock and a hard place where it's like, you know, she's got the former and the new love, and she doesn't know which direction to go. Well,
it's also like, do you go for the passion, the one that you know, drives you crazy, but you're madly in love with? But sometimes I feel like maybe that sort of love is the type that kind of burns hard in the beginning, and then it can fizzle out, and you can have problems later on when it gets too real, and suddenly you're like, all those things that I found cute about you in the beginning, I don't find cute about you anymore. It's not cool. And then there's this guy who comes along who's like ticking all the right boxes. Your family likes him. He's got a good job. He's nice. It's stable. It's like, what do you choose?
The former is not necessarily just going to be 500 Days of Summer, right? It's also that he's not stable. He's very much a wild card.
Yeah, which is fun, but scary.
He's the equivalent of a guy who rides a motorcycle and's got the leather jacket. I mean, well, here in the States, it's less common that you'd find motorcycle riders. They're more the edgy type with the tattoos and whatnot. Here's the thing that's still Anurag Kashyap is this struggle is still real. Especially from Vicky Kaushal's perspective, because he's this kind of guy who was like, you know, I'm having fun, I don't know, and we're just, you know, goofing off, blah, blah, blah. Like,
not ready to get married yet.
Like he's in and out. He's constantly kind of straddling that line. He knows that he's charming and has her attention, but the moment he starts to lose that, suddenly he's trying to hold on tight, and that almost exacerbates the situation and makes her want to, you know, gain more distance from him. He's like losing control of the situation that was once, you know, no problem. I feel like that's so real, and I feel like I've been in that exact same situation. You're not sure whether you're in it or not, and then you see that maybe you're not that important anymore, and there's other dudes lining up around the block to be with your Betty, and you're like, oh, sure, okay, hold on. You know, let's work this out. I was just playing. Let's be for reals. Like, yeah, let's get married and do the whole. You know what? Okay.
It's too late now.
Yeah, and so like
Parents have set up an arranged marriage. It's all over.
he's definitely not the dude you want to bring home. He's not the guy from Lust Stories. He's wearing this shirt with the middle, like I can only imagine if my daughter brought home a dude with that shirt on. I'm like, no. I'm boxing you up and sending you to China or to somewhere else just to like make you forget about this person for a while because clearly you don't know how to make adult decisions and I didn't raise you correctly. I just need to isolate you from this madness. And let him find someone else and I'll bring you back home. I don't know where this narrative is coming from. Anyway, that's just an exaggerated way of saying like I would try my best to drive a wedge between these two, which is the stupidest thing because that'll only drive them closer together. Okay, stop with the tangents, Jaby KOAY. I like this way better than The Notebook. Let me start with that. Screw The Notebook. Because you truly see like why there would be a struggle.
Right? Yeah.
It's almost like she was young and dumb and she fell in love with this guy and it's been this tug of war emotionally for a while and here's this other guy and now she wants to be with this dude over here.
She's not sure. She's still not sure. She's still not even sure if she wants to be married. She seems like a very modern, progressive woman. I really liked Taapsee Pannu. I feel like she really plays these sassy characters very well. I guess it is maybe kind of that modern dilemma where you're like, well, what do I choose? Do I choose the person that I'm passionate about right now? Or do I choose the person that my parents have chosen for me? And actually, turns out, he's a super nice guy.
I think that it's not just passionate about right now, it's have been passionate about, and she is finding a passion for this other person over here because she's recognizing qualities that she hasn't been offered before. Maybe Vicky Kaushal was nice in the beginning of their relationship. Maybe he wasn't such a scoundrel, right? Maybe he evolved into that. I'm just conjecture here, but what I'm trying to get at is this other guy comes along who's as nice as Vicky Kaushal was in the beginning, assuming that's the case. And that makes a world of a difference where you're like, oh, I forgot what it's like to be treated nice. And just that fresh feeling can really sway you towards that other person because you're not, it's new.
Or he just has qualities that Vicky Kaushal's character doesn't have.
That's the obvious argument. That's the obvious argument. You've said it, and I agree with you. That is certainly a very logical progression here.
Yes.
Well, I'm saying there might be other things. But there was a moment at the end of the trailer that was interesting where she goes off on one saying how there was no condoms, blah, blah, blah.
So wait, do they get married then? So it looks like they're on a honeymoon, so she gets married to him.
That's not clear. It could be that they're pretending. It could be anything. Like, it's not super clear what exactly has happened in this movie. But what is likely is that they do end up together.
I'm really curious about this movie for several reasons. First of all, I think all three of the main actors look really, really good. I can just tell from this trailer that they're just strong. I'd be interested.
Strong actors?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not just like lifting weights and stuff, but like strong actors. So I'd be interested to see it for their performances and, like how they relate and stuff within the movie.
Yeah.
But also, just because for me, this is a very different take from Anurag Kashyap. So I'd be interested to see his take on romance. Although I'm sure he did that in Dev D, but I haven't watched it yet.
I would just, be mindful going in that there might be serious elements that have not been revealed in the trailer. Anurag Kashyap can always surprise you. That's one thing I've learned is that you just don't know with the guy. He's a wild card. You just don't know. He might shock you and it'll get you in the core, which is what I like about him.
Yeah.
I think the moment that it was clear to me that was Vicky Kaushal, this was yes for me. Like, I already was interested because it's Anurag Kashyap, but there was like a solid yes when I saw Vicky Kaushal and like that new character. I'm like, whoa, I gotta watch this movie. That dude is crazy talented. And clearly Anurag Kashyap really likes to work with him. So, because this is not the first film he's done with him. Anyways, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Please let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Check out ACHARA KIRK on the social media. Subscribe if you have not already. Check out other reactions, reviews, and short films. I'm Jaby KOAY. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.